Hello, it's Valentine's Day, Valentine's night here in South Africa. And I'm sure your day is just beginning somewhere in the world where you've received roses or chocolates. And this is what my beloved husband gave to me today. But I wrote a blog post today for those of you who are single and alone. And that must be the time that you wonder, is it worth being alone like this on Valentine's Day? And my blog post says, even if you're alone and single, you can still be happy on Valentine's Day. And the way to do that is to connect with the part of you that needs love the most today, and that is your inner child. Give her a hug. Now, some of you may have no clue how to connect with this inner child, and that's the work I've been doing for close on 20 years, and even before that. I was always interested in how talk therapy didn't really get through to the part of me that had been wounded in childhood by seeing my parents unhappy, seeing my alcoholic father acting out, and my mother putting up with it and not being able to help her break free. So when the day came and I discovered that I was a healer and that my sole purpose was to help women break free, I was already 50. And it was midlife. And that's why I reach out to midlife women and say, even if today you have memories of when you were in a Valentine's Day relationship, but you're not now, it's not too late to be happy. It's not too late to embrace the part of you that needs the love and that will change your outlook rather than saying everyone out there has got roses, everyone is happy. Not everyone is happy. And even as I'm looking back on my client, Jane, a lot of people don't even know why it brings up stuff to be alone on Valentine's Day. So I really wanted to just take the time to show up here and tell you about how I helped Jane, because she came to me and said, my boyfriend and I have broken up after 10 months and I'm facing Christmas, New Year. And then she said, crying even more, Valentine's Day, I'll be alone. And that's the worst part for me, she said. And then I knew that the work I do, if we dug a little bit deeper, doing the EFT tapping and the matrix re-imprinting, I would find what I call what set this up earlier in her life. This fear and anxiety and trepidation about being alone, especially on the public holidays or the public days of giving love and giving love to another person and receiving it. And as we did the work, I'm not going to demonstrate it now, but in my work we do the tapping, and as we tapped and talked, it went back. I helped to release the pain around the recent breakup, but then we began to go back further to a time when she was 5 years old, when her father left and her mother was heartbroken, and her little Jane, felt that her father didn't love her. And this feeling of abandonment, which is one of our basic needs, is not to be abandoned by the tribe, or as a little girl when you need the love and dependent on your parents. And if that is taken away, you need to repair it, and you can by, as we do in matrix re-imprinting, stepping into the memory and hugging and dialoguing with your inner child, telling her that she's going to be okay. It's not her fault. Most importantly, to say that you won't abandon her, that you as the adult Jane, in this case, is there for her younger self. And do something together on this Valentine's Day that she would like to do, that you and her could have a treat together, whether it's an ice cream in the park or depending on where you are in the world, whether it's snuggling up with a blanket, even if it is with a box of chocolates, you and her sharing a box of chocolates together. Do something that connects with your inner child. So that is the main lesson I want to impart. You can also go to my blog and read the blog post that I wrote. There'll be a link on this page or beneath this video. And that will also give you an idea of the second thing. So I gave the one thing is EFT tapping and matrix re-imprinting. But there's another way that's maybe for people who don't want to do the tapping, and that is to use your other hand. If you're right-handed, use your left hand. Take a journal, some crayons, and ask your younger self, your inner child, what is it that she wants? How is she feeling? And then you can write with that other hand. It will feel a bit hard to do it first, but as you practice this over a period of time, I used to fill journals dialoguing with my inner child. And I got this from a art therapist called Lucia Capacchione, who in the 1980s wrote several books on using your other hand to dialogue with the deeper inner parts of you. So that's another way, is to try and connect emotionally. And one way might be to get your inner child to draw, to tell you what she wants. And this isn't just for Valentine's Day. People who are disconnected from their emotional feeling hearts, who've had their hearts broken, especially in recent years, if you're in midlife and you feel your marriage didn't go well, or you've never been married, some midlife women only come to the party and wonder why love has always evaded them. Well, my advice to you today and for always is to never forget you have that tender little inner child in you, alive as she was years ago. Maybe she's been suppressed, but if you take the time to connect with her, you will find that your Valentine's and your heart will expand and bloom like this rose. So that's all for tonight. I'm not really interacting with you because I'm not sure if some of you will be watching the replay, but leave some comments and encourage me to do more Facebook Lives by telling me what you enjoyed about today and what you liked about my video and what else I can help you with when it comes to living the life you love. So good night for now.